Hi, welcome to my first YouTube video. Yes, it's going to be a mess, but I wanted to try it. Why unpopular opinion video? Because this trend is never going to die. So let's start. First of all, a quick disclaimer. I do not want to offend anyone. Those are just my opinions. I do not hate the idols groups I talk about. I really appreciate their work. If you have a problem with negative opinions, please leave because you are going to hear a few of them. Again, it is not hate, just my opinion. Please enjoy the video. My first opinion is, I don't like Blackpink. Hear me out before you get your torches and pitchforks ready. Their music is totally fine. I pretty much like their discography and have some of Blackpink's songs in my playlist. But I do not like the members of the group. You know, it is like sometimes you meet this person and know you don't like them even if you haven't talked to them. Yeah, that's what happened to me. They're just not really likable to me. Plus YG doesn't make it better, but that's another story. Second, BTS is getting really boring. They were the first K-pop group I really stand. They introduced me to K-pop and I am pretty grateful for that. And I still like their music, but not as much as I originally did. I think I was the only one who really loved their comeback with Idol, but after that I somehow lost interest. The change from their old style of music to their new one didn't faze me. Every week I would watch the new BTS Run episode and the variety shows they appeared on with my friend. The boys just lost the charm that had captured me beforehand. I am so sad that I am not excited anymore when they release a new album or some other stuff. Listening to their Run album was pretty hard for me because I couldn't get myself to be enthusiastic about it. And then it was really disappointing. I just liked a few side tracks like Friends or Moon. And honest, the title song is their worst track of all time. Maybe the next comeback will get me out of my seat again. My third opinion. Monsta X had the peak of their career with Alligator. Everything after Alligator and their album Take Two We Are Here didn't live up to the hype. Starship just pushed them into the American market as soon as they were a little bit popular. From there on they were totally different in appearance and music. Their old concepts with a nice storyline were changed to generic music fitting into the market. It is really nice that they are popular in the US. But I am not a big fan of those American talk shows where they perform and everything. They always ask the same questions and it gets boring. Nowadays I think I haven't even heard of Monsta X in Korea. They are always in the US. And I have somehow totally forgotten they existed. Like they were one of my favorites and now I do not even like their newer music. Follow didn't age well and Fantasia sounds like it is nearly a Kihyun solo with some side vocals from the other members. They as well as the BTS members just lost their shine, which made them so fucking special and unique. Let's not forget about Wonho who left, but normally groups can still recover from that. Monsta X did not in my opinion. Fourth, Momo's voice in More and More is really nice. I was so shocked when I first heard More and More because I didn't expect Momo's part. Now it is one of my favorites. Even if Momo's vocals aren't that great, her real voice is unique. It is so refreshing to not hear her cutesy tootsie voice in one of Twice's songs. Now she can show people that she can sing and is not only in the group for her visuals and dancing. I hope for the next comebacks that Momo can sing freely like that again. Fifth, I think JYP is a hypocrite. On one side he lets his idols perform songs like Wannabe or Icy. Both are songs with great messages of loving and accepting yourself. The lyrics of Wannabe are literally, whatever people say, I'm me. I'm the best when I'm myself. There's no need to be something. With confidence, let it go. Here we go, marching on the streets, on a roll. And the lyrics of Icy, faster, faster, run faster, don't care what they say. A dream inside me, I'm confident, look at me, I'm not a liar, I don't want to be put in your box. Besides that, he cares for his idols. Like he did with Mina from Twice. She was allowed to rest and everything, and we as fans are pretty grateful for that. So JYP did a good thing. But on the other hand, JYP criticizes young girls like Jiho of Twice back in 16 and the other girl in a audition because they are quote too fat. And both weren't even quote fat. They had a normal body, a healthy body. Like what the hell? Dude, that's not okay. Stop body/fat shaming. And his release Who's Your Mama, which is pretty old now but still shows what a great person he is. Cough, note the sarcasm, cough. The song is about that the back of women is the only important thing. He is like, fake personality and fake moral. Here are some lyrics. No matter how pretty a girl is, if there isn't enough in the back, she didn't catch my eye. Having a pretty face doesn't make you a woman. Having a pretty heart doesn't make you a woman. There's one more thing. Didn't know I was a man just because I have a flat ass. At first he was just cringy, but then I heard about what he said about women and their bodies. I really do not like Jay. I do not try to throw him under the bus. I just do not like his personality because he helps his idols and supports them, but on the other hand he acts like garbage. He just tries to get fast money with those love yourself concepts because people naturally love them. It just makes you happy singing I wanna be me, me, me. 6th, I think the whole K-pop fandom is toxic. Please do not come at me for saying that. It is true that some fandoms are worse than others, but it still is a big generality of people who are like that. Most of them do not even notice when they are toxic. Same goes for me. Sometimes I am toxic too, even if I don't want it to be true. But every fandom is pretty petty when it comes to their groups. K-pop fans get angry and mad when you have a different opinion, and this is not specified to only one fandom. If you don't like the newest comeback of a certain group and write down your opinion, many fans will get angry and just claim that you with your negative opinion are a hater. But I think it is totally fine if you have a negative opinion. What's important is the definition of hate. If you don't like a group or song or stuff because you intensely dislike it, it is okay. You hate it, but you are not a hater. If you are denoting hostile actions motivated by intense dislike or prejudice, you are a hater and it is not okay. Saying you don't like the voice of an idol is not making you automatically a hater. A hater is someone who says, God, that voice is terrible. Why is this idol even in the group when they can't even sing right? This hate is not accepted and nobody should ever say stuff like that. My point is that talking negatively about K-pop is not welcomed. But it should be. People learn from mistakes, and if you point it out in a nice understanding way, it might help. What I don't like too are the disclaimers in the beginning of every video. Like it is an unpopular opinion video. In the title is the word opinion. People do not need to get offended by people having one. But I want to stay safe and healthy, and that's why I did a disclaimer too. I hope you get my point because it is really difficult to explain. 7th, NCT had really weak comebacks this year. Kick It is a great song, a little bit chaotic, but I absolutely liked it at first listening. When the comeback of NCT Dream was coming nearer, I was getting excited because they had Boom, one of their best title tracks the last time, and I thought they are going to up that. Same goes with the following comeback of Kick It from NCT 127. But we got Ridin' and Punch. I dunno. At first listening they really reminded me of Kick It. In both songs they are just shouting the lyrics most of the time. So I came to the conclusion that they are just plain boring copies of Kick It. And it was really disappointing because I had my hopes high. NCT is one of my favorite groups, but this year they are being really weak. I know they never had a storyline to their songs because it is SM, but most of them were pretty catchy and nice to listen to. I can live with that. But listening to shouting for like 3 title tracks is a little bit too much for me. Even if NCT did always some unique stuff with, for example, Cherry Bomb and Regular, I can't get myself to like Ridin' or Punch. It just looks like SM wanted some fast and good income with those releases this year. Those were my unpopular opinions. If you stayed to the end, I really hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if there were mistakes in the audio. English is not my native language, but I am willing to learn. And please correct me if I do say some false stuff. I am not doing it intentionally. I hope I see you next time again, but for now, bye. I wish this voice would say it a little bit more enthusiastic.